She started laughing it off, but I was clear with her that we wouldn't tolerate anything like that again. And then she said something like, "Ah, it's so cute that you're trying to be their mom, they're adult." I kind of just blinked at her. The remainder of that conversation, she had that same attitude, just not taking me seriously and treating me patronizingly. Naturally, I got fed up and got started on dinner. IDK where she went for the next while. I think she went into the kids' rooms to help them with homework, but she stuck around for the rest of the night. Out of the kindness of my heart, I cooked extra food for her even though she didn't ask for permission to stay, and lo and behold, she stayed for dinner. Later on in the night, she was fawning over the kids again, and around 10, in her stepmom manner, she was like, "Okay, my dears, it's time for bed." My younger siblings were in the living room watching TV. They're usually pretty disciplined at going to bed themselves. At this, they looked over to me, gave me the look like, "What is this lady doing?" And I just shrugged, and they went off to their rooms because it was close to their usual bedtime anyway. Now wait for this. I'm in the kitchen cleaning up. Dad's girlfriend is on her phone at the island. She looks up at me and says, "You too, hun." It crosses my mind that she could have been joking, but I devise after a moment that this was not a joke, and she was in fact sending me to bed, so I say, "What?" She says, "It's getting late, time for bed," and kind of tuts at me. To remind you guys, I am 21 years old. I go to college and am working almost full-time in the summer. I've been taking care of my family since I was 12. This woman has been dating my estranged father for barely half a year. So I give her the benefit of the doubt that she clearly has some mental issues and is a little crazy. I tell her I think it's time that she went home. She is insistent that I go on to bed, still acting like she's my mom. This gets me a little ticked off. I explain to her that I feel disrespected being talked to like that, and that I'm an adult. And as an extension to our previous conversation, I need her to take me seriously because I don't joke around about my family or my siblings, and she is on thin ice. She continues to laugh me off and goes on in the super patronizing tone. Again, she uses the phrase, "It's so cute when teenagers try to act like adults." Throws in some stuff about me having a hissy fit and being rebellious. At this point, I'm just so fed up by everything. I simply say, "You have 5 minutes to get your things and leave this house." In response, she scoffs and gets up and walks off to the bathroom. And on the way, I hear her say something along the lines of, "No wonder, Anatole, Dad says you're a frigid little priss." When she's in the bathroom, I go over to her handbag and her keys on the couch. She has a gigantic key ring and a ton of keys, so knowing she won't notice, I remove our house key from the ring. Then I go back to my room. I hear her leave maybe 20 minutes later.